Hey, I'm Steve Knotts from Mixitecture. I'm going to show you how I build tracks in Session View to escape the 8-bar loop. It is so much fun to create build-ups, peaks, and drops that you can play live or record into the arrangement for final mixdown. We're going to start today with a little topic I call clip stacks. Check out how these work. Clip stacks, what does that mean? Well, let's take a listen to this beat. Kick drum, sub bass, and a drum rack. Here are all the sounds in the drum rack, and we're going to use these in the beat. So clip stacks is basically I take one MIDI clip and copy it a bunch of times where each one has different sounds happening. And it starts with the full level like this. Now in this clip, all these sounds are playing. Down at the bottom, you can see all the MIDI notes are active. And as I go through the different clips in this stack of clips, you'll hear different sounds come in and out. This lets me play through the different sections of the song by launching different clips, and they're all available right here in Session View. Let me show you how this works. Only the closed hi-hat. This would be like at the intro or the mix-in section, maybe without even having the bass line in there, just the beginning of the track. Kick drum, closed hi-hat. When the bass comes in, maybe we drop a clap. And then another clap with a little percussion sound. Every time we play a new clip, we get a new sound, and it makes the track more interesting. So the break hi-hat is like the basic shuffle for the beat. When we want to add some energy, add in some open hi-hats. And right there, these two clips could be the main body of the whole track pretty much. And let's say you're getting to a peak level, you want to drop something more exciting, bring in the tambourine, throw the energy over the top. Do that again, bring in the shaker. All I really did was just mute the kick drum for a little mini drop, mini gap, and then drop it in with a new sound. So how did I get there? This is a clip stack. I started with one full MIDI clip of all these sounds that I programmed just doing some creative beat making. And then I copied it and muted one sound in every clip. So let's go through that and do it just right now. This is something you can do anytime to escape the 8-bar loop. You start with a full drum rack of all these sounds. All I'm going to do is Command D, copy this clip, play that one. Click over here in the piano roll to select all those sounds. I'm going to select all the shakers, hit 0. Now I've got a clip that's tambourine only. And to be smart, you want to label it so you don't get mixed up. And then we're going to do it again. Command D, duplicate, play the new clip, select the tambourine sound you want to mute, hit the 0 key, and I think there's another tambourine there that's part of that beat. Oh, that's kind of cool. This tambourine's happening on the clap. That was kind of an accident, but it makes it sound kind of like a Wu-Tang beat. I'll call that tambourine clap. Duplicate, launch. Let's mute that one. Let's mute the open hi-hats. Copy it again. Now what are we going to mute? Let's get rid of the... Ooh, that's kind of a stripped down version. Now let's get rid of that little breakbeat thing. I feel like I'm making the end of the track right here. If I was getting toward the end of the song, these are layers I would get rid of. That snare is like on an upbeat, so let's get rid of that. Put strip down 3. Duplicate one more time. We're going to get rid of that little open hi-hat, and that's claps only. And let's label that claps only. Now we have the full beat, and each time it loses a layer. So guess what happens when we play through these backwards? We could bring in the sounds and make a track that develops. Little hi-hat comes in, tells you something's happening. Little upbeat snare comes in, something else is happening. There comes a little jiggle beat. What comes next? Closed hi-hat. Adding some energy. I'm getting excited. This one is the open hi-hat. I didn't label that right. And add some energy with a tambourine. Drop the kick out before we come in with the full beat on the shaker. And that's all you have to do. You start with one full beat in your drum rack, deactivate sounds as you copy the clips, and make a little stack that you can play through to build up your song. So now we have a couple different clip stacks, and I got a little creative in this video, which is the fun part of doing it. And now when I want to record this into the arrangement, I can just hit the big red button, start launching clips, and get a little bit of a song here. I'm going to go through these faster than usual so we don't have to watch this for a whole 5 minutes. But every time I fire a clip, we're getting a new sound. Let's wait a second and then bring in the little half step thing. Open hi-hat comes in. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. And you can re-trigger them, do any kind of thing like that to get creative as you're recording. Drop the kick back in. Now let's say I want to build down and use my second clip stack to get out of this track. Let's go down here. That's that open hi-hat with the tambourine. And every time we launch a new clip, we're taking a sound away to make the beat more interesting again. That's the coolest thing about stripping down beats is when you're taking away sounds, it makes the kick and bass feel heavy and it's still interesting. This would be like the mix out section. And here we're bringing in the new track. Only the claps. And if you really want to end your record with just claps and having a little riser or something like that. So that is how I use MIDI clips in a drum rack to make clip stacks with different sounds in each one. You can basically play each loop for 4 bars or 8 bars. Every time you get a new sound, it makes it more interesting, adds some energy when you're going up, building the track. And then when you're at the end of the track, you take away sounds using your clip stacks to make the beat, again, more interesting by removing something. Here's the really cool thing about this. When let's say you're at the end of the track, you can go back to any other part anytime you want. You don't have to stop and copy and paste or anything. If I'm down here and I'm at kind of like this ending part and I want to make it more interesting again, mute the kick out, and then I can go right back up to this full level tambourine thing and instantly be back in a drop on the fly, right on the beat without having to stop and do any kind of stuff in the arrangement, copy and paste, anything like that. And I recorded it into here, so let's take a look at what we got. Boink, boink. Down here in my drum rack track, you can see all these different clips are just laid right in. Every 2 bars, every 4 bars. I was kind of going through quickly with it, but that's the idea. Here I made a little mistake and launched the tambourine too soon, so I covered it up by re-triggering. So I might have to fix like that. You know, and if you want to do some automation or something in the arrangement after you record this all in, you can go ahead and do that and do your final mix. But the idea is that you end up with an interesting track where the sounds develop over time and stay interesting. You're not caught in the loop, and you don't have to mentally look at it and think, oh, I'm at bar 17, I should drop a tambourine or whatever. You can do it by feel from session view, just deciding, oh, I feel like I should go to the open hi-hat, I'll go right there. That's what makes it fun. I love this stuff. I do it all the time. So that's how I put tracks together. Hey, thanks for watching. That is how clip stacks can help you escape the 8-bar loop. Now, I want you to click the button and subscribe because next time I'm going to show you how I add in things like crash, cymbals, and risers to make each section even more interesting, which means you can perform live to do your build-ups, peaks, and drops, or if you want to just record into the arrangement for your final automation and mixdown, they will help you do that even better and have more fun. That's what it's all about. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve from Mixitecture, and I'll see you next time. Let's make some tracks.